Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another good and bad video for today. This one's going to be doing the good and bad of one of my favorite characters from Fear the Walking Dead. This one's going to be for the Season 1 survivor, Daniel Salazar. And I say Season 1 Survivor because we don't really have all that many of those left. So, this is going to be the good and bad of Daniel from Fear the Walking Dead. Of course, one of my all-time favorite characters of Fear the Walking Dead, played by Roman Blades. Now, I do want to say, of course, a huge thank you to Epic Zombie Killer for suggesting this video. Definitely thank you very much for suggesting this one, guys. And if you want to suggest the next good and bad video for the next week, you can pick any character, of course, and as long as it's one we haven't done yet, in the comment section below. This video, so Daniel Salazar. So, I have to say, I was very, very happy when I got this suggestion because he is a character that has been introduced way back in the first season, and I was always kind of just thinking to myself, I'm like, man, this is one of those characters that is very interesting because he's there, then he's not. He's there, and then he's not, and it's kind of a back and forth with him. And, I really like his character. I thought ever since he showed up in Season 1, he's always been one of my favorites, but it's kind of hard sometimes because he is gone from the show a lot, and then he kind of returns, and then, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of difficult sometimes. But he is introduced in Season 1, Episode 2, so close yet so far, and he is still alive right now as of Season 6, Episode 7. Even though we haven't seen much of him this season, we know he's going to be probably in the mid-season finale because we do see the one clip in the trailer, obviously, of Virginia pointing the gun to him, and it looks like his head's kind of, busted open a little bit. So, yeah, it's definitely, very, I can't wait to see how that goes and just what that scene is all about. But, he's introduced and he lets, obviously, Travis and Chris kind of ride out the outbreak, and they kind of join up ever since. And then, of course, we do have the military that comes in, and unfortunately, we get the death of Liza, I think was her name, who is his wife, and then it's kind of just down to him and him protecting Ophelia. So, obviously, after that, we have the boat, we have the Abigail stuff, a lot of, really great decisions here. Now, I do think that in terms of Daniel, in terms of his decisions, I think not trusting Strand is a good one, because you can't trust this guy. I'm sorry, you just can't trust this guy. He is in it for himself, you know full well, and he didn't even tell them they were going to Mexico until later on anyway. And Daniel knew he was hiding something. So honestly, I think it's a good decision from Daniel to actually question Strand like that, because in the end, it made the group more on edge, which is good, because Strand, you can't really trust him all the time. And, that's definitely one thing to acknowledge. So, basically, we get to see them, of course, kind of make these pit stops. The one on the beach where you got Alicia, Chris, Nick that puts the zombie blood on for the first time, and I got Chris and like the crashed airplane and stuff. You guys remember that episode? And I remember that one is when they're starting to kill zombies, and then Nick just comes out of nowhere with blood all over his face, and Alicia's just like, what, and then Daniel, of course, kind of looks after them and kind of takes them back to the boat, right? So Daniel's kind of like I guess kind of the babysitter, right, of the younger ones, like Nick, Alicia, like Madison's kids, and Chris, and Daniel's kind of the one that's watching over them. So I do like that, and of course Daniel was a great character in Season 2, all the way until, of course, they went to the compound. Now, we do get to see, of course, Daniel kind of lose his darn mind, and we do get a bit of a kind of fake-out death. Now, in terms of this, I mean, bad decision to burn down this compound, absolutely. I think it's a bad decision from him, but he was going crazy, so you definitely could make that case, but definitely bad decision in the end. Now, he makes his return in Season 3, Episode 3, I believe. Yeah, it is. At the end of that episode, when Strand kind of gets some water, he's locked up by Dante. And of course, not Dante from Walking Dead, but the other Dante that runs the dam, obviously. And of course, Daniel is kind of one of them that's, working there. And of course, he gives him the water. And he's like, I knew you would drink it all, And I thought that was a great return, because it came out of nowhere, and it was just, I don't know, it threw everybody off. It threw me off the first time I saw it. I was just like, what? Like, Daniel's back. Cause we always got that feeling he was alive, but we just didn't see it until then. So I don't know. And just the way they did it, it came as a huge surprise to me. And then, of course, we get the full backstory episode of kind of what happened. We have Ephraim, and we have Lola, and we have the dam, and when he takes over from Dante and stuff like that. And I thought that episode was great. I mean, I thought that episode from Daniel in particular was really good. I really hate, those shows where you got to read subtitles throughout the whole thing. But I think for this one, this was actually a passable, time for that. Because honestly, I think the way they did it, I thought it was great. And I think the story they told with Daniel in that one was awesome. As he kind of takes over the dam and doesn't let Lola die and stuff like that. So I thought that was very interesting. So, And of course, Efrain saves his life as well too. So once he finds out about Ophelia, and then of course finding out that Strand lies to him, he basically leaves him at the hotel with a bunch of walkers. Now, bad decision, good decision. I'm actually gonna say, as messed up as it is, I think Strand kind of deserved to be left at the hotel there, and Daniel to kind of run away, and drive off and kind of leave him there. Honestly, because I'm sorry. I think if Strand lied to Daniel, he did. Strand lied to Daniel, and then when he got there, even though he didn't know that. Ophelia was going to be, like maybe Strand thought that there is a slight chance Ophelia could still be at the hotel, but he knows that she left. So he did, exactly lie to Daniel. And him leaving Strand in that moment, I think it actually made sense. So we get to see him with Lola. Obviously, a lot of people are kind of trying to get into the dam, of course, and even one where somebody throws like a rock on, and then it hits Lola in the head or whatever, and then Daniel kind of has to grab her and kind of run away from these people that are kind of trying to get into the dam. So I like some of that stuff. That was really cool. Man, some of season 3 was so good though at times, man. So basically Madison shows up, they make the deal for the water, but Ophelia has to be at the trade. And of course, this is when we get the death of Ophelia after the ranch has been fully taken over, but Daniel thinks, what is this, like some kind of joke, something like that. And really, really sad. When that went down, that was just really, really sad. And of course, we get the death of Ophelia. But of course, Daniel kind of decides, I guess, to stick with the group anyway, not go fully crazy again. He's just going to stick with the group. But obviously, he's pretty heartbroken from that, and definitely really sad, because they get this close, and then Ophelia's dead, that was really sad. So, basically, we have the dam that, of course, all the stuff that goes down in the season finale with the Proctors. Obviously, Strand, once again, just like with the Pioneers this season, he is fully undercover, working with them, and, of course, shoots Daniel in the face, and I'm like, how dare you, like, seriously. And, of course, Daniel goes down. I thought, and definitely, I think we all did when we watched this episode, that Strand, like, for a second there, the Strand just shot Daniel and killed him. Like, I think, we all kind of thought that for a minute. We're like, what? Like, Strand just killed Daniel? And then he slowly gets up, and it's like, oh my goodness, man. Like, I don't know. That was something right there. I still can't with that scene, because you think for a second that he just shot Daniel and killed him, and then, they give you like 10-15 seconds to just process the fact that Strand just killed Daniel, and then he slowly gets up, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, man. So, what a crazy scene, absolutely. And basically, so then the dam blows up. I really hate this because we don't get to see how it turns out. And Daniel just, flat out disappears, which makes no sense to me. It's like, I feel like they should have made an update on where he's at during season 4. But, and it kind of feels like they almost wanted to forget about Daniel's character a little bit, Ian and Andrew. But then there was so much fan demand for him to return that then they're like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, they're like, oh, okay, we'll do that then, Because that is how Ian and Andrew kind of do things, honestly, I find. So, basically, in season 5, he returns, and I was really disappointed with Daniel's character in season 5, I'll be honest. I did like him when he first showed up, and he's like, Strand, if you show up here again, the next round will be in your face, and he kind of is like, there's zombies coming now, so you better go, but I do like how he even says, like, he's like, Strand, every time you try to, like, what did he say, every time you claim you're going to help people, you end up hurting them. Nobody knows that better than me, he said something along the lines of that, but I did like Daniel in season 5, I just didn't love him, because they kind of just made his character just blah, like, just kind of blah, like, I don't know, they made him, like, just, like, this, like, kind of pacifist character, which is kind of what they've been doing with a lot of the characters in season 5, and Daniel was one of the main ones, I feel like. I was like, what have they done to his character? So, he does create this bond with Charlie, this and that, he sings a song with Grace at one part, too, but it's just not, he gives Dwight a haircut, I'm just saying, like, it's like, I don't know, compared to him before, it's like, you can have Daniel have those scenes like that, I don't mind. I think that if Daniel grows a bond with Charlie, if he, gives Dwight a haircut, I actually kind of like some of that stuff that they're relating back to him being a barber. But that's not the problem I had with him in season 5. It's because they turned him into this pacifist that, like, just didn't do anything. Like, never got his hands dirty, never, like, anything. I'm just like, I don't know, man. It just really frustrated me. So, in Season 6, I feel like they've kind of been correcting that lately, at least in what we've seen. They're really turning him into kind of Carol 2.0 with the whole act thing. Of course, he, lost his memory, and then, of course, now, when he sees Morgan, we kind of get the confirmation, but he even is going so far to not even, like, pretending he doesn't even know Charlie, It's like, of course he would do that to Strand, just to mess with him, and just to kind of make Strand angry, because Strand knows full well something's up. But, but I like how even Morgan, he goes to the extreme of even like pretending he doesn't know Charlie, which is just crazy. So, but then when he sees Morgan, he's like, "Good to see you, Morgan." You know, I love that. But we'll have to see what comes with his character next. You know, because I don't think he's going to get killed by Virginia. I think they've made that way too obvious in the trailers. But, you know, I am very, very excited to see where they take his character. I think his character is going back into the right direction right now, I feel like. And I do really like Ruben Blades as Daniel. So, yeah, that's my thoughts, guys. Some good decisions, but definitely some bad decisions as well, too. I would say good decisions would be, probably, leading the herd during Season 1 to the military. You know, you should save your ammunition, and kind of, being a great survivor for the group. I would say also deciding to leave Strand at the hotel. I actually do agree with that. Kind of keeping the dam together, not leaving, helping Lola run the dam. I like how he did that, too. The whole I lost my memory thing in Fear the Walking Dead Season 6. I like the way he did that, so that's another good decision from him. So, really, really cool stuff, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. What good and bad video do you guys want to see a video for next week? Definitely write that down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, click the subscribe button to send me videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Marketing Reviews on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.